How'd your dead son? I don't know.
Dead.
Still dead.
He's still dead, dude.
Yeah, dude. Like
Thanks a lot.
What do you think? There's going to be an update
Did you know that Dietrich and Gina Gershon are brother sister?
in this movie?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Which brings up a lot of issues.
Okay, great. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's one scene in particular.
Yeah, it's insanity.
Oh, let me guess.
Abs-
Let me guess which one it is.
I wanted to do it, but I didn't.
Held back, restraint. I like it.
Showed real restraint.
Hey, Spence.
Hey, Zach.
Hey, Spence. How's your dead son?
Oh, Michael? Michael Archer?
Hey, bro.
Oh my God.
Hey, bro. I don't like when you call me bro.
Oh, that's right. That's how he knew.
That's how he knew.
That's how he
yeah.
knew. Fucking, sorry, Pollux Troy. Classic name of Pollux. Let's get into it.
We're talking face off today. We are going to take your face off. We're going to take.
Wait, so you want to take my face off?
We're going
He
to
goes,
take.
yeah.
We're gonna, That's because he's on all those drugs, dude. We watched the cinematic.
That John Woo joint, 1997,
What a classic film.
Face Off.
We're taking your face,
Off.
and that's that. And there will be no buts about it.
No, dude, this movie's fucking bonkers in the best way. I love this movie.
So we're going to get right into it. And Spence, why don't you hit us with a synopsis, and then we're going to just go through and talk face off, our favorite parts.
What we liked, what we didn't like, who's crazier, Nick Cage or John Travolta, Nick Cage as John Travolta as Nick Cage.
Many options.
Cage.
Many options.
All right, so I just Googled a quick synopsis of Face Off. Okay, obsessed with bringing terrorist Castor Troy, Nicolas Cage, to justice, FBI agent Sean Archer, John Travolta, tracks down Troy, who has boarded a plane in Los Angeles. After the plane crashes and Troy is severely injured, possibly dead, Archer undergoes surgery to remove his face and replace it with Troy's.
In an attempt
to find out where there's a bomb, right? There's a bomb somewhere, and his brother knows.
Yep.
And his brother is in this, insane private prison that is,
Everyone has magnetic boots on.
definitely, off the books. So, yeah, it's a face swap movie. They swap faces. That's pretty much, that's the gist of it, honestly. It's a face swap arena.
Well titled, then,
Perfect.
I would say.
Yeah, it's like a body switch movie, but with, the two of the craziest actors of that time period.
And what was the year on this?
97.
This is 97.
Yep.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that same year Biggie died?
I don't know. I
96
know he
or
died on
97?
March 9th. That's all I know.
Well, yeah, greatest rapper of all time died on March 9th.
Mm-hmm.
God rest his soul. Rest in peace, kid. What do we got for a death date on
97, March 9th.
7.
All right, see, I'm on it.
Well done. Man, this is a straight up movie that starts with the death of a child.
Child death early.
Early.
The first 5 minutes.
The whole beginning scene
Is
so
definitely.
let's get into it.
Okay.
Is that how we're going? We're going chronological
Yes,
or
go
like?
Let's talk about. We got to talk about the opening scene. The opening scene is fucking bonkers.
Wild.
Yes, I agree. All right.
So it's fucking. Dude, Travolta he's on. No, Nick Cage. I want to talk about Nick Cage first. They are in a public park
Yep.
in the daytime.
Yep.
He has a giant sniper rifle that he is going to use to presumably kill John Travolta's
He
character.
unsheaths it
In the-
in the wind because everything's in the wind with John Woo.
Yes, there's a lot of slow-mo. There's a lot of like flowing things, I feel like. Robes, capes, almost.
Birds.
Some
Yes.
might call it pageantry.
There's a lot of pageantry in
It's
these
like,
films.
Yeah.
It's JWP left and right.
But it's like, why did you put the cover over it? So presumably you had to be assembling that.
And then where'd you
Sniper
assemble it?
right there. He had to do it right there.
And then he covered it so that because he's such an extravagant guy, Castor Troy.
Yes.
So he wanted to have that impact.
Yeah. But it's just people would have definitely seen him putting together a sniper rifle. People out for a picnic or going for a hike. Like, hey, what the fuck's that guy doing?
I'm gonna stop you there. This is before 9/11. before see something, say something.
That's true.
So people are just going about their day, and they're like, "This guy's building." Maybe they thought he was building like
A Lego, a erector set.
art project. Yeah, something of that nature.
Yeah. So he's also like the shots of this are so funny. Like it's like very serious, but then it's just like to show that he's like a goofball. It'll be just him like sucking down like a milkshake or whatever, like sipping on a soda.
This is a different type of killer.
This is not your average domestic terrorist.
Look at his mustache.
Look at his mustache.
They zoom in so hard on the dude's mustache
Yes.
while he's got Travolta in the scope on a
Yes.
carousel.
On a carousel, doing the face waterfall to his son.
Is that what that move is called? The face
It's
waterfall?
from a different. It's from a different podcast that like discussed this movie, but the face waterfall.
Yeah, there's a lot
It's
of.
his signature move, dude.
Signature move, which is disgusting.
Some people shake hands, other families face waterfall.
It's so like
Well, are you fucking blind? That's like a blind guy move,
like,
you know?
read someone's face.
Reading this face? No, like, I don't know if he's allowed to be doing all
Well, I don't
that.
know if you know about this movie, but it's all about faces.
Yes,
so.
all about faces.
Okay, so they wanted to start right off the rip.
I guess so.
That's
They-
why they zoomed in on Nick Cage's face.
Yeah, and they straight up kill this kid. He straight up gets sniped.
Bullet through John Travolta, a.k.a. Sean Archer.
Yes.
Yep. Exiting,
Exiting, killing
Killing.
said kid.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That kid is fucking.
dead.
Hey, Spence,
That kid is dead. What?
how's your dead son?
I don't get it.
That's a line in the movie.
That's a line.
Wait, does he say that to him?
No,
Dietrich says
yeah,
it to him.
Dietrich says it to him.
Oh shit!
I
How's your
missed that
dead
one.
son?
Yeah. How's your dead son?
I guess I missed that line. Yeah, I don't know.
It's when he's questioning him, but we'll get to that. But
Yeah,
Oh.
he's questioning him at one point. I don't know. That's just
Sean
it's
Archer
just a
is.
How's your
fire
dead son? I don't know.
dead.
Dead,
Still
yeah.
dead.
He's still dead, dude.
Yeah, dude. Like what?
Thanks a lot.
What do you think? There's going to be an update
Did you know that Dietrich and Gina Gershon are brother sister?
in this movie?
Yeah.
Yes, I did, which brings up a lot of issues.
Okay, great. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's one scene in particular.
Yeah, it's insanity.
Oh, let me guess.
Abs-
Let me guess which one it is.
Oh, I wonder. Yeah. Oh, I wonder. Yes, it's clear.
clear
Yeah,
as
so
day.
he gets straight up killed, and that it lets you know right off the rip that this movie is going to be going 100 miles an hour at all times.
Yes,
Right.
at all times.
Kid murder within the first 4 to 5 minutes.
It's like,
Earlier,
damn.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Yeah, and then it smash cuts to like what 6 years later
6
or
years
something.
later. Yep.
And I think that's why he had the mustache. You got to show how
They had to show time
they
pass.
had to show time passing somehow.
How else can you show it? We should stop it right here, and I should shave this beard into a mustache and put 6 minutes later.
6 minutes
6
later.
minutes later.
Yep, just buttoned it up. No, I
Yeah.
can't do that right now.
We don't have the tools.
No, we didn't have the technology with us currently.
no.
So we're going into Travolta. He's the cop.
Yeah, he's like a FBI guy, right?
He's FBI. He's head of counterterrorism or terrorism.
Yeah, he's at this super secret like counterterrorism unit that like no one knows about. Also, it's like very secretive.
Very covert.
Yeah.
And you brought this up too, and I think it's important to talk about here, but Castor Troy is one of those. Why are you a terrorist? Exactly. What is your backstory? Usually there's a backstory of like somebody killed, they killed my brother, they killed my parents, they killed, it shows them being like, I'm going to get back at the Americans. But he's an American, American terrorist.
Yes, he's a domestic terrorist, like for hire. It seems like other people hire him to do things for their bidding, right?
Right.
There's also one tiny little thing he said at some point about like the environment or something. So I don't know if that was an angle
Is
of
he
it.
an environmental, like
He just mentioned
bioterrorist?
he mentioned something about I don't remember what scene it was, but something about
Interesting.
Well, when he says that LA is going to be smoggy, it's going to be extra smoggy after
was
the
before-
fucking nuclear weapon goes off.
it was before that. I
so
can't
good.
remember. It was something like calling. I think it was. I forget who it was, but something related to like the environment. And shit.
Yeah.
So there is an Easter egg somewhere in here.
Somewhere,
Somewhere-
but like
somewhere
Spencer,
in Face
but
Off.
like Spencer's saying, maybe he's just saying that because that's who he's working for at the time. I don't
Yeah,
know. That-
maybe.
that's never revealed.
He doesn't
Oh.
have any strong beliefs, or
Wait.
you're saying he does.
What? No. Why is he dressed up as a priest in the beginning?
So that was his into putting
The bomb.
This is 6 years later. He's
Oh.
putting the bomb in the LA Convention Center.
Okay.
And he dressed up as, he's dressed up as a priest. He's popping the bomb in there. And then he comes out, and it's a perfect disguise because there's a
There's
choir.
a choir. Yeah.
And speaking of popping bombs,
Dude, this guy,
Sexually
he
assaults.
is a fucking, he's a freak. He's a freak of the week,
Yeah.
Pastor Troy.
Well, I want to say that she definitely oddly consents to this.
Yes.
She drops her little, what do they call those? What you read when you sing?
The hymn
book.
book. The
A
hymn
hymn
book.
Yeah, her
A hymn book.
A very thin
A hymn book. Yes.
It is a
A
he
them.
him.
It
Make
might be a them book.
Might be a them book. That's
Make sure the pronouns are right when
that's a-
speaking
that's
on
a
this
stupid
book.
joke, but-
Yeah, but then he just walks up behind her and
camera.
fondles her.
Yeah, he does. He goes. Well, first he like walks up and he like puts his hands on his knees or whatever.
Like
and
he's
Yeah.
like
Oh,
doing a
Dan-
crazy, like I'm a cool priest.
That's
Yeah.
definitely Cage being like.
This is how I
John
wanna
Woo
do
was
it.
probably like, just be wacky or do something, and he's like, done, got it.
Done.
Hands on knees, spinning my head
Yep.
around.
Singing
Yeah,
hallelujah.
he goes up behind this like attractive girl. What's a girl priest? A nun?
Well, she's just
She's just
in
a
the
choir-
choir. She's in the choir,
An
dude.
angel, I guess.
Yeah, it's just sweet angel. Yeah.
Sweet baby angel, and like puts, or they are singing hallelujah, and he like grabs her ass, and it's like a hard zoom on his face. He's making the most ridiculous face.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
and which is Cage, you know.
He's like,
Ah,
it's like this. I'm gonna put this next to my face of his face.
yeah, the the acting in this movie is like
Very over the top.
well, because it's all about, again, it's a movie about faces. So I'm pretty sure like they were like, dude, just your face, your facial expressions have to be like
It's all about the face,
at
baby.
10 at all times.
Yeah, it's
And
in the title.
and they are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, they do a great job.
mission accomplished.
So we go right from that. He pops the bomb there. Pollux Troy, brother of
Autistic?
Castor Troy, is he autistic? Seems it.
Seems it.
Something is his mental health is not 100%.
It
You
is-
know, like he's got something. No shame, no issue.
No, I'm just trying to clinically diagnose him. No, this is not a judgment.
Of course you are, dude. And Spencer is qualified to do that.
Yes.
He sure is.
Yeah.
100%.
So Pollux Troy, something's up with him. He can't wait to get the plane paid for, so he goes in and pays cash.
Right.
He's like, we got when Cage shows up, he's like, we gotta hide our famous faces, brother.
Yeah, so they're also famous? They get famous? So he's like because Osama bin Laden, I guess, would be like a famous terrorist. Like, I know
Yeah,
his face.
right. Saddam Hussein. Well,
Yeah.
he was more of a. He wasn't even a terrorist. He was
was a
just
leader.
a leader.
He was a politician.
Yeah,
some
he was.
some might say he
He
was a
freedom
terrorist.
fighter, okay? And we
Yeah.
wrongly...
Yeah,
I'm not pro Saddam Hussein.
solid like a rock.
Yep. Yeah, so you gotta hide our famous faces. They get... Where are they going on the plane?
I don't think it's the script as to where they're going on the plane. They're
trying to
just
get out of the
They're just
LA.
getting out of
They're
there.
Getting
Yeah.
out of LA.
They got to get out of there,
Gotta get
right?
out.
Because they just put a bomb there, so they got to get out. I think is ultimately.
This is the first time that we are introduced to the kit.
Yes.
Oh, the kit.
Yes,
Good job.
Yes, so it's a great scene. So he walks out of...
Pull up a picture of the kit,
He
please.
gets out of the car.
See if you can
and
find the kit.
He has got this like robe on, and you know how like when people put their arms out and they're like or like important people, and someone will take their jacket off them. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like someone comes behind him and takes his jacket off, and you see the guns. That's the first time you see the Castor Troy specialty.
There they are, dude. Gold
The
and
two
black.
gold-plated guns with dragons on them.
There's dragons, right? Is that dragons?
Oh,
Are there- yeah.
There's fucking dragons. This is a John Woo flick.
So you think John Woo? That's John Woo's move. That's not a Nick Cage. Nick Cage co-signed it definitely.
Well, he
and
probably
loved
thought it was sick. Yeah,
course he
because it is.
Yeah. Who do you think's choice was the chiclets?
I don't know.
Yeah. It's
Also,
weird.
why would you have to keep chiclets in usually it's like a passport, money,
Yep. Well,
guns,
this
drugs.
guy's clearly not using a legal passport.
He's a little different.
Right.
He has.
So he's got his drugs. There was the blue pills that he took.
There's like 5 joints
Oh,
rolled
5.
up.
That's maybe double digit.
What's the blue
joints.
pills? Like Blue Chew
might-
no,
Ooh.
for his penis?
for his lady.
we don't
Yeah.
know.
For one of
Gina
his
Gershon
ladies.
looking good in this movie.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't.
Correct. Correct.
No,
Looking real good.
Yeah, I'm on board with Gina Gershon.
Yep.
All right, so that's the kit. So he gets the kit of all his streets. This guy is just treated everywhere he goes in this movie like a king.
Oh yeah.
Like he is so he could do whatever he wants
Yeah. He.
as a bad guy.
Yes, he is like the bad guy's favorite. Your bad guy. Your favorite bad guy's
Favorite bad guy. Yeah.
Yes.
He's very quirky, very like
We're led to believe that he's very intelligent as well, like right off the rip. You know what I mean? Like a smart dude. Maybe that's comes off as like one of his appeals as a good bad guy.
Yeah.
he's just so quirky though.
Yes.
Like his
Yeah.
his quirks are unbelievable. So
Yeah, he gets on the plane, and so I think it was like a sting operation, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
the
Yes.
flight attendant
yep.
is, you come to find out, actually an FBI agent, but
And she sucks his tongue,
she
correct?
does suck his tongue. So he
'Cause that was like, I
That-
thought about that. I was like, wait a second. She did. Oh, okay.
which can't be enjoyable.
No.
Like sexually around.
Just-
That
no.
sounds horrible
Yes. No.
for both parties.
Both parties.
I have issue with this. I have
ahead.
issue
Oh,
with this
okay.
in a few different
Okay.
ways because, all right, so she's posing as an FBI agent.
Sure.
Yep.
So she doesn't want to let her cover be blown.
Yeah. Right.
But she's also a stewardess.
Correct.
Who's now sitting on Castor Troy's lap.
Yeah.
Unprofessional.
Unprofessional.
Right? And then he's like, this is the line. If I were to let you suck my tongue, would you be grateful?
Mm-hmm.
Which is a wild way to pose that.
Right.
And she doesn't even say if she would be grateful or not. I guess by her actions,
She's very grateful.
She's letting you know based off her, yeah.
here's some gratitude.
Here's
I'm sucking your tongue. But it's
Yeah.
like, dude, if you were this, yeah, okay, as an FBI agent, you want to keep your cover, but maybe this guy has like special kind of stewardesses
Yeah.
because it's a private plane, and
Yeah.
that's kind of the expectation.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Maybe. And it's also crazy too because like she was supposed to be like this like is it like a honeypot situation where she's supposed to like seduce him or no?
No, I think they were closing in because remember all the next part is all those jeeps and the
Yeah,
the
true.
helicopter. I think
Just
they were
because
getting
like her outfit like is not a sexy outfit
No.
at all.
No,
She
it's
looks like she's wearing like a Hillary Clinton pantsuit.
exactly.
Very strange.
I don't really know her purpose. I guess like she pulled the gun, you know, she
I
was
guess
like,
it was just to like be like, yo.
we got someone on the inside too, but
Yeah.
she failed. He was
Yeah.
like, get off me.
Yeah, why wouldn't it just be like why couldn't you get the pilot? Why couldn't you make the pilot the person?
I don't know.
That way the plane wouldn't fucking take off.
John Woo, get back to
Have
us.
multiple people. Yeah, have multiple people. I mean, the stewardess really doesn't help you. It puts her
They
in
don't have a ton of power.
extreme danger, dude. If they get out into the air,
you're-
I mean, her as a FBI.
She's literally going to get fucked.
Well, and she immediately says who she is.
Yeah.
She gets onto it really quickly, and like,
And then
you gotta, why don't you shoot? Because
Yeah.
that's all they do in this movie is shoot first. So she doesn't shoot. Then you
No.
could have ended this movie in 10 minutes.
The only time people get shot in this movie, like the bullets connect, is if they are point blank range. That's the only time people get hit. If you're more than like the distance, I have to be like, even right here, I might miss you in this fucking movie. There's so much wasted ammunition in this film. Like, when people think about that shit from the 90s and 80s, like, oh, they shoot and they never connect. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
like a complaint. And that's been like, obviously, like, switched to like John Wick, for example. Completely fucking opposite. All he does is shoot motherfuckers.
connects.
He connects.
He's a
24/7.
connector, bro.
But like, this is a perfect example of those types of movies where it's just bullets flying, things like blowing up, the environment breaking apart, but no one gets killed. No one.
Everyone's safe through like some of the worst scenes you've ever seen in your entire life.
yeah, I agree, but there is also a lot of death in this movie.
There is.
lot of
There's
death.
death.
Because I mean, that stewardess, for example, I mean, they just fling her out of the airplane,
Yeah. So the first two people
flopping around on the ground.
dead child,
She's hurt.
Yeah.
dead child, dead woman.
Done.
First fucking like 10 minutes of the film. Like,
Well, that's what they say. Women and children first.
that's
know?
where this line comes from.
Yeah, that's where the line "women and children first" comes from. That's who you
Face
kill
off.
first.
Yeah, I think Titanic was 97 as well. So
Right.
who
True.
did it first?
Yeah, that is tied up
But
nicely.
anyways, yeah, they kill her. Blah blah blah.
Kill a bunch more
They
people.
kill a bunch more people. There's a huge set piece like
Oh, yeah.
action scene.
The
Like
hangar.
in the first, usually that's how the movies end. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like that's like the climax of the movie.
And this wasn't even.
What?
Oh, I thought you said pause. This wasn't even close to being like the most.
No.
There's so much more.
So much other shit. So they're just it's just like straight out of the gate. This movie is fucking nuts.
Yeah. Nuts.
I love it.
Yeah, and they're in the hangar, and then so wait, you said that the plane crashes. Oh, that's the plane crashing into the hangar.
Right.
Yes.
Okay,
The plane,
all right,
the plane
all right.
crashes into the hangar. It's
Okay,
not like
I got confused. I was like, this shit didn't take off, did it?
no. I just
No,
mean,
because Sean gets in the helicopter
oh yeah.
and he's pinning down the back of the airplane so the flaps can't lift
Is
up.
he driving the
No, no.
helicopter?
He's,
He's
driving
not.
a Jeep. He's
Okay,
driving a Jeep.
but he ends up in the helicopter.
Yeah.
He sure does.
Yes.
He sure does.
I was like, that's quick. You're in the helicopter
He
already.
just, like, jumps in. His partner's like, God damn it, Archer.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing? Motherfucker, you know what I mean?
That's when the plane is it's not in the air, it's on the ground, but it crashes into the hangar, and that's where we have a real first big shoot 'em
They
up.
got a
like,
big shootout.
just explosions, fireworks, gun spray,
Nick Cage diving.
diving, a lot of
fucking
diving.
Horizontal to the
brother,
ground.
yep.
Double golden guns. Boom, boom, boom.
Pollux jumps out of the airplane the same way, guns blazing.
Yes. The Golden Guns fucking rule.
they really
It's
do.
something about it.
Yeah.
You know, it just
Double guns in the back too.
Golden and
badass.
black too.
Gold,
It's
it's
nice.
a really sharp looking weapon.
Yeah.
It's a Hall of
Badass.
Fame weapon, in my opinion.
Yeah, and you're a big, you're like Charlton Heston, basically.
Yeah, I do love me some. Well, I like movie weapons. I've never shot a gun. I think if I shot a gun, I would go backwards like a cartoon. You know what I mean? Any sort of weapon.
Yeah, you're
I'm
a little
very
bit,
weak.
You're top heavy.
I'm
You're
very,
top heavy,
yes.
dude. And you're a top as well, right?
And heavy. So Nick Cage gets knocked out. His character, right? Castor Troy.
We are led to believe that he's dead at one point.
I thought he was dead.
Yeah.
But he's just in like a coma.
Then we find out that he's in a coma.
Yeah. So this is where the premise of the movie starts, essentially. They're going to do a face switcheroo, right?
They're going to take
They're going to
So somebody approaches.
their faces.
Yes.
off. The science of this movie is fucking nuts.
Yes.
They gloss over it so quickly, but essentially all they do is like laser the outside of their two faces,
Yep.
and like put them in like they put Travolta's face
There's like a plastic.
in like a goop.
Right. There's a plastic mask thing. They
Preserve the nerve endings.
The nerve ending.
Exactly.
You
but, like,
have to.
This is, specifically cut to your face. So we take your face off, essentially, we're led to believe, and then we put your face in this goop and we do the old switcheroo.
And then we take Nick Cage's face, the villain, and we
Yep.
put it onto Sean Archer's face, John Travolta, in order to, because they arrested Pollux Troy.
Yep, and
Pollux
they want to
Troy
go
was
into the
arrested.
prison. They
And
want to go in as Troy, but Troy is dead. Everyone thinks he's dead.
Yeah, and they want to get information out of him.
Right. So then who knows Castor Troy better than Sean Archer? Nobody.
Nobody.
There's no way.
So they switch each other's faces, and there's so many like things that don't line up, right? Because they're like, oh, they're approximately the same height and weight, and it's like, I don't think that's true.
No.
I think Travolta's
a wide body,
What the
dude.
fuck are you talking about?
He's a thickums, dude.
And there's like, you know what I mean? Like all you're doing is swapping the face. Everything else is
The eyes,
The
which
eye-
I guess you could do context,
Well,
but they don't say it.
But even if you do context, it's still like the shape. You know what I mean?
The
Like
shape of the eye. Yeah,
and
right.
It's so funny how it just like plops
Yep.
down
it's
perfectly,
perfect.
and it's just, there's no.
And the nurse is like flattening it out on his face.
Yeah.
like a pizza.
Yeah.
It's like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre
Yes.
is
Yeah.
almost like more reasonable to do it that way.
It's way more reasonable.
Yeah.
Because there's at least like scarring.
Right.
Right.
There's no in the movie.
Yeah,
there's-
it's all stitched on the face. It looks crazy,
That's
dude.
how it would look.
It's like a horror movie.
There's lasers, the computer where it has a scan image. It's 1997 computer technology. It's like there's no way this is going to work the way they say it's going to work, but
And
it
here's the
works.
thing.
It's magic.
So how many other people are swapped out
Yeah,
there
exactly.
in this world?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right at this time,
Why
dude.
why do you have this technology, and who have you used it on?
There
Yeah,
was
if I'm
one-
Travolta, I'm like, this is your first time doing this?
You
No
better-
way.
I
Well,
need-
no, there's when that scene starts. There's somebody laying on the table and they're doing something with his ear. Do you remember that part?
They're reconstructing his ear. Yeah.
So they're showing how it works
They're like 3D printing an ear.
as they're kind of walking us through the.
That's true. It's one of the FBI agents got shot in the head or whatever.
So we're led to believe that it's
That's
practice.
totally
right.
fucking different, though.
It is,
That's not
I
the
know.
same thing as
No.
face.
3D printing an ear is much different than taking somebody's full face off and then reconnecting all of the nerves of your fucking face
It's also like
and the movements of your
Yes,
face.
I agree.
there's like also here,
Am I yelling?
No.
like
Okay.
in the cheeks, there's all these like
Sorry for
connections
yelling.
too. You know what I mean? It's not
Right.
like they're just doing like the outside,
Right.
like.
And then what are you doing? You got an X-Acto knife and you're just how you
So essentially, like this, if it were to be real, this skin here would just be like dangling.
Yeah.
It would just be loose. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But no, in this movie, everything is hunky dory.
And then it's like there's no recovery time.
none,
None. It's like,
Zero.
yeah, we're good.
none. He gets up. He's
He
like,
walks
great.
out. Remember, he's in handcuffs and he's itching his face against the wall. He's like, my face itches.
Yeah.
I'm like, your face would fall off if you just had your face put on.
I don't know how time works in this movie at all. I really don't. I don't
Is
know
it days? Is
how
it
long.
weeks? Is it months? We don't know.
Oh, what's the span of time?
No clue. You could tell me this movie took place in 2 days or like a month,
Right.
and I'd be like, okay, sure, either one.
Or 6 months.
Like, how
That
long
kind
was
of
he in the prison?
recovery?
Right.
We don't
But again, it's all about the faces in this movie.
It's all about faces, and so,
So then the next scene, he is now in Castor Troy, who is now John Travolta.
Yes.
Ends up in that high security prison with the magnetic
he gets
boots.
into that prison.
Yeah. So he's in the prison.
That's where his brother is.
Yeah, the super like oil rig prison.
Yes.
What the fuck prison is that?
Is that where it was? Like
Yes.
in the middle of the ocean?
Yes. They zoom out like when he escaped because they escaped the prison.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's
I'm
just,
fuzzy on that part.
on a fucking oil rig.
Oil rig.
essentially.
In the middle of the ocean.
In the middle of the ocean, which Sean Archer as fuck. This is so confusing. Travolta posing as Nick Cage. He escapes from the prison. He swims. He swims back to land.
And they think he's
describing
dead.
training in another guy's body.
First of
You're
all,
training in another guy's
exactly.
body for
You're in the middle of the fucking ocean. Presumably, this is not visible from the shore.
Right, that would be a problem, dude.
be
People
an
be like, yo, what is that oil tanker that's always there? Oh, there's a bunch of cons with magnetic boots on, moon boots on?
And then it's like, are they
Unreasonable.
Are they in the water? Is it an underwater prison?
How deep does it go? Is it like a skyscraper in reverse?
It's big. And like in the movie, it's big. But yeah, we don't know how big it is.
Yeah.
Oh, God. But so, and also at this time, what's his name? Nick Cage, the actual Nick Cage, the bad guy.
Castor Troy, who's got his face off currently.
So he was in a coma, but I'm pretty sure like the procedure or whatever, like woke him up.
Sure, yeah. All your nerve ends have been cut in your face.
His face is
course.
come off.
Yeah, even if you're painkillered up, you might pop up and go, what the hell's going on here,
What's
dude?
going on here?
Yeah, it's upsetting.
Yeah, so he wakes up and he's pretty cool about it. He's like not that. He's a little concerned that he doesn't have a face, right? But he's not like. He's just like he makes a couple phone calls essentially, and then his boys come over, like his two gangster friends, and the doctor who performed the original surgery, and
They get him there.
Yeah, they get him there, and they make him attach Sean Archer's face to him.
How would you even know
That's an option.
Well, that's an option where the doctor is.
That's true. How are you getting in touch with the doctor? And also, they just leave Travolta's face
In the
right there.
out in the
You
open.
wouldn't put that in a lockbox.
You definitely got to refrigerate that. It's from what I know. From what I know about organs or you got to put that shit on
Chip a
ice.
tooth, you got to put in milk.
The fuck,
You know, something.
You lose
Your
a
whole face is off. You do nothing. You just leave it in open air in a goop.
If I it's in the face juice. If I'm Travolta, I'm going. You need to fucking put this under. You need to lock this guy away. This is pretty important to me.
This is my face.
My fucking
He's all
face.
He's all.
I've come accustomed to it.
Yeah, I want it.
It's a nice face.
Yeah. So then.
That's just a wild. That's just a
insane.
wild scene, dude. And
love
he's
it.
not even really that pissed off. Like if somebody took my whole face off and all my nerve endings are showing, like that dude's face, it's like Deadpool, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's got a Deadpool type face.
He does the math really quickly. He's like, all right, fine. I guess I'll just become Sean Archer and go live at his house and like fuck his wife and try to like molest his daughter.
Like figure it out from there.
does-
I'll
he
figure it out
just-
from there, but that's a good starting
I'll be
point.
fine.
Yeah, it's a good starting point.
Yeah. So in the prison, he talks to his brother. Oh, one thing about the prison, like he is the worst undercover person of all time. So
he's bad.
stupid. Like
He's bad.
He walks into the prison, and he's supposed to be this like Castor Troy expert and know like what he's talking about or how he talks and stuff. And he just walks in and he goes, or he gets into a fight. He gets into a fight because some other bad guy was in there. And so he starts like beating him up. He's getting in this fight. He's crying because he's like doesn't want to be like hitting this convict. But it's like also you're a cop. You're probably fucking used to doing that.
Exactly,
Like I don't
right.
see what the issue is really.
Yeah, haven't you beaten a guy to death before? Isn't that a part of being a police
I think
officer?
that's in
Like,
basic training.
Your
Especially at his
initiation.
level. Right? He's all the way up there.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like a super duper. He's like a super cop.
You don't get up there for not beating up dudes.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, correct.
Like, how do you climb your way to the top?
Beat up a couple dudes.
Killing a few guys.
And then while he's doing it, he's going, "Yeah, that's right." Like once he's becoming the kid, yeah, I'm Castor Troy. Yeah, me. I'm definitely Castor Troy. Which is
Does
like,
he say I'm definitely?
No,
Yeah, but it's all
you know what I-
proving.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's like that's the fucking last thing you want to do if you're undercover. Like I'm definitely a gang member.
Yeah.
Like, you
This
know,
is how I do.
Yeah, correct.
Like it's so fraudulent.
God, this movie fucking rules.
But then he does get the from his brother where the bomb's going to be.
Yes,
So it's at the L.A. Convention Center.
yes. Is at the
finds
LA
out,
Convention,
Which
Center.
actually, before I forget, we did when the face switch happened. Castor Troy also killed everyone that
He burns them alive.
Yeah.
So the only
Thank you.
people that know that the switcheroo happened are now dead. The doctor, his partners, more.
Yes, there was 3 people. The doctor and his 2 like FBI.
He torched the whole building.
There should be more people, dude. His boss didn't even know. His boss didn't even know.
His boss did not know.
No, dude. You need a contingency. FBI, because I know that
That's what I would
you're
say.
listening.
I would say, listen, if we're gonna do this, I need to know that more than 3 fucking people know about this.
Yes.
Like people who are higher than, because people who are higher than me, I just
Right.
need to know that they know.
Right.
Yep.
You need some sort of contingency.
I get
plan.
we can't tell my wife, but yeah, like we have all this technology to take my face off. You could definitely like enact like an email chain if so and so does die.
No, you don't
God
wanna
forbid.
No, you don't want an email chain.
I think you do.
You want a paper trail?
I think you want a paper trail if all the people die. They die, you deactivate their email, and then a secret email goes out to my boss.
I guess you're right.
That's fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
That's okay. Don't tell him right away, but make sure he can
It's
find out.
97, so they don't have that type of email technology, but they do, however, have the technology to switch faces.
Yes.
And that's
correct.
what's most important.
That seems backwards to me, dude.
Yeah.
Like, let's get our
Yeah, ducks in a row.
let's
Yeah.
do things in order. Like, get electronic mail first,
Then-
then maybe we
then
do
face switching.
complete face switch
Um,
to stop a terrorist attack.
yeah, so
Then Castor Troy and Sean meet up in the prison.
yes, Sean Archer, evil John Travolta,
Yes.
surprises Nick Cage
With the newspaper
with a new. Yeah, what was the newspaper?
that showed that everyone's dead.
Oh, yeah.
So now Sean Archer
Realizes the gravity of his situation. He's like, he brings up his wife and his
Yep.
and his daughter.
He
He's
is
been hanging out at the house.
Yep.
hanging at the house, which is also very funny. Like, Joan Allen is the actress
Yep.
who plays
John Travolta's
who
wife.
plays John Travolta's wife, and she like. There's so many times where she could be like, "What the fuck is going on
Yeah.
with this guy?" Because he's acting completely different.
Completely
Smoking cigarettes in the house. He doesn't even smoke cigarettes.
Even before that, he fucking flies by the house.
Yes.
Like he's going to the first time going to the house. He's in his car. He fucking smokes it past the house.
Yeah.
Slams on the brakes, and she like sees it, and she's like, "Oh, I was wondering when you'd forget where you live."
Yeah,
It's
just,
like, what?
is that what you were wondering?
What the fuck are you talking about? That's not a normal thing.
I don't think
Like,
that's odd. And it's not the time of cell phones, so he wasn't like scrolling on Twitter,
yeah,
you know?
like she explains so many things away, like so quick, like so easily.
Well, and how do you explain away the size of the member?
So
Because it's face off, it's
they
not
do.
cock off.
It's not cock off. They are intimate with each other. Yes,
Yes.
Oh,
are.
yeah, they are, 100%.
like they have sex.
Yes.
There's no, you said earlier, it's implied. It's not implied, it's said.
Yeah,
it
it is
says it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is crazy too, because like nothing against Joan Allen. She's a fine enough looking woman, but like the way that he sexualizes her makes me uncomfortable.
Yes.
Because she is not like dressed like
No.
in like a sexy way, or she's not giving off any like
She's a
horny vibe.
middle-aged mom who's a doctor.
Right.
You know, and not in a, I don't mean that in a bad way.
No,
in the
no.
movie, they portrayed her as
Well,
who
and
she was.
her and Sean Archer, based on what you see of their relationship, pretty
A
cold.
little loveless.
Loveless. They're in a loveless marriage. They got this daughter who's a goth. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
She's
classic.
figuring out who she is, which is great.
And Castor Troy reads her diary and it says, "We haven't had sex in 2 months."
Yes, and that's what it was. It was 2 months, and so
Yeah.
it's like they're having intimacy issues, or
Correct.
I mean, their son got shot in a carousel. What are you gonna
Exactly.
Yeah, right. That's gonna mess up your intimacy.
do? Fuck up
For
your
at least
relationship.
6 years.
Intimacy is more than just having sex.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's
Correct.
about how you talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Things are broken.
There's levels
broken.
to this.
It's a broken home.
It is a broken
Michael's
home.
gone.
Michael's gone. He's not coming back.
Spence.
Yo,
Hey, Spence. How's your dead son?
just want to keep throwing that back out. Oh, what was that? How was your dead son?
Yeah, how is that guy?
Rude.
Yeah, that's not nice to say.
Oh god, there's so many. Yeah, like the Joan Allen shit. Like I don't know, man. It's just wild because he's like his girlfriend when he's regular Castor Troy
Amazing.
is Gina Gershon.
Yeah.
And she's so hot in this movie.
Well, and
in
then
general.
every woman that he runs into as Castor Troy, no matter who it is, when he's in the body of Nick Cage, whoever's behind it,
Wants to fuck him.
they are just, they have already, or they want to badly.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're just treating him, again, like a king.
Yeah.
Like he's like the man.
Yeah, and he's like crying throughout the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like that would be interesting if like he had sex with Gina Gershon, like Sean Archer.
Yeah.
And like, because you know that probably Nick Cage's character is fucking better than Sean Archer. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Well, he's
we're
just
led to
crazy.
think a
He's
bad
a little more
boy, you know
loose.
what
Yeah,
I'm
he's
saying?
more
He's
loose.
like wild.
The way he eats a peach, I mean,
Yes.
you
You
can
do
eat
it.
a peach for
You could do it for hours.
hours, I would say.
If nothing else, he has more practice.
Right, exactly. But like
Yeah.
it'd be funny if
That's
like
his practice regimen.
they had
Eating
sex
peaches.
or whatever, and like he would cry afterwards.
He was kind of crying. Well, we're not there yet, but he's like is crying kind of around
Yeah.
Gina Gershon, Sean Archer
Yeah.
as Castor Troy.
So he breaks out of prison.
Yeah, he gets out of
He
there.
breaks out in a fantastic scene.
You want
We gotta talk about one scene.
Go ahead.
The Papa's got a new bag.
Oh, true.
So weird, so creepy.
Disgusting.
Oh, with the knife?
No,
No,
that's later on.
That's after
Okay,
the rape.
all right.
So-
attempted rape.
And
Oh,
I-
I want to talk about that.
and I agree with what Spencer said about the wife. The wife should have known this is not her husband.
100%.
The daughter should have known this is not dad. He comes
not-
in, they're ripping cigs together.
Yeah.
Right, in the living room.
No, in her bedroom.
Oh, all right.
Well, he goes.
Hey, Janie, and then he looks at the pillow. It's Jamie.
Of course, he has a fucking pillow. Nick
Right.
Pillow.
And
Classic.
she's in her underwear.
He's staring at her ass.
It's like, oh, this is so fucking gross. But she could have also known this isn't my dad. Like, this,
Oh, yeah.
this is not him.
His tone.
With
his,
around her is totally different. Like
Yeah,
it is
Right.
He's very clearly
not dad.
trying to fuck her. It's just like.
It's so weird.
The way he was a very prim and proper dude before.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he's very straight laced.
Yeah, right. He's like punishing her.
Yeah.
And now he's trying to.
Now he's trying to
Punish her.
Punish her.
But
Exactly.
the line that he says is he's like, you got something I want.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And he like leans over her or whatever and grabs a cigarette. Because it was
right,
cigarettes.
right.
Grabs a cigarette. And he's like, when did you start smoking? He's like, there's going to be some changes around here. It's like, okay, so dad had a lobotomy. Like, what the
Right.
what the hell's going on here?
It's not just one thing changing, some changes.
There's going to be some changes. Wouldn't you go
I'd be
talk
like-
to mom and be like,
what's going on with that?
is everything cool with dad or does he seem a little off to you?
he
He was
might
kind of
be
staring at my ass and stinking my cigs.
What's going on?
he might be having some trauma related to the death of my brother. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
but
6
it's 6
years
years
later.
later, dude. No.
but the
later.
son's birthday's coming up. Remember?
Oh, so now, yeah, that's a good reason to start.
Well, I'm
smoking.
just saying the daughter should have known. That's all I wanted to say.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
that's fair.
yeah, because she's listening to James Brown.
Yeah,
and her
blasting it.
yeah, and he's like, "Papa's got a brand." Ow! He's
Yeah.
being like trying to be cool and shit. Like I don't know, it's a very uncomfortable scene.
Well, we might as well just talk about the other scene then when she's coming home.
Masterson
Danny Masterson, who
Yeah.
is it?
Plays a
life
rape
imitating-
bomber.
Which is it? Life imitating art? Is it art imitating life?
I hit pause on that, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's the dude." And I was like, "Oh my
Is that
god,
Hyde from that 70s?
he is raping somebody
Yeah,
In-
in the
Right.
driveway.
in the driveway." And he's like, "No," and like real aggressive too.
Oh yeah.
Not nice.
Yeah, that did not age well.
No,
that
no,
didn't
no,
age
no,
well
no,
for
no.
Danny Masterson. I couldn't think of his name at the time, but I was like, oh, ooh, really, really, wow.
Little
I
honey
wonder if
here.
that inspired his future
yeah.
happenings.
Maybe we
So
can
like you
blame it
said,
on
is it
John
art?
Woo.
Is it art or is it life? Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, that scene was crazy because like so that happens and I mean we're just jumping around, which is totally
Yeah,
fucking
no, we're
fine.
right in there,
It
we're right in
doesn't
there.
matter because
No, we're
this
right in
movie's
there.
cuckoo bananas.
Yeah.
He like beats the shit out of the kid or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever.
Sean Archer does.
Yeah, Sean Archer beats up Danny Masterson, and he's like, "Get out of here, blah blah." And so he like goes and talks to the daughter inside, and his advice is, his first thing he says is basically, "What are you wearing?"
Yeah.
Dress up like Halloween.
do you have-
Ghouls will try to get in your pants.
That's right.
Thank
That's
you.
right.
Zach got the
Boom.
line ready
Yeah.
to go.
Yep.
Boom.
And then he's like, "Do you have protection?"
Then he
She's like,
protection.
like condoms?
No, dude, a switchblade.
Yeah.
Slow-mo butterfly knife
Butterfly
comes
knife.
out.
Yeah, butterfly knife.
And not just a butterfly knife. The blade on that thing had like 3 or 4 curves. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure there were dragons in there.
No,
somewhere.
dude, it was black and gold, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
Had to be.
And
So
it's-
what I'm getting at is the daughter should have known that's not dad.
Why is he giving me a fucking butterfly knife?
Right.
And why is it not a straight blade?
Dude, right.
It's a criminal blade.
He says, put it in his leg and twist so
So
that
the wound won't close.
Yeah. Like, What? Dad has never been this cool. Not once.
Not once.
Never.
Dude.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah. No. That's yeah.
While that's happening, Cage,
Cage.
who is Sean Archer,
Yes.
shows up at Dietrich's house.
Right, because he swam to shore from the oil rig prison.
Yep.
Because
And
now
then
his brother's out of prison now.
Yeah, oh, that's a good point. We should bring
Pollock
that up.
Troy's out of prison
Pollock
as
Troy
well.
He's out.
gets out of prison because now,
Yes.
Castor Troy, as Sean Archer,
Yep.
cuts a deal
Oh,
with him
gets
or
him out.
whatever.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
breaks him out of the prison. They're like,
Hey,
which
bro.
is another thing
So
that
Sean-
the fucking FBI should be like, what are you doing,
Letting
man?
this guy out of
Why
jail.
are you getting him out of jail? For what?
what?
What's
For
the
what?
information?
Yeah.
Right.
What's the deal
No.
that you cut with him?
No deal.
So now Sean Archer is in he was already in hell in this prison, but now he's in even more hell,
Double
knowing what's going on, and like his family's fucked, everybody's fucked.
His mortal enemy.
Yeah.
It's the man who killed his son.
I actually wrote down his
now
arch
living
enemy.
as him
Right.
with his wife and
Just
other
making
child.
his life worse and worse and worse. It's
Literally
like you already
fucking
killed
his
his
wife.
son.
Yes.
Dude, what is your problem with this guy? Oh, he's just doing his
I
job, bro.
love this movie.
Yeah, he's just
I
doing
love
his
this
job
movie. It's such an insane premise.
as an
Ugh.
FBI agent.
I think they should make a Fate. Oh, here's a fun fact. Did you know what? So there was a couple other pairings suggested for this role, like actors.
Oh, really?
Yes. Can I tell you
I would love to hear.
two of my favorites?
Yes.
Arnold Schwarzenegger
Oh.
and Sylvester Stallone. I would pay
Wow.
thousands of dollars
That's good.
to watch that fucking
Is there a
movie.
Jean-Claude Van Damme pairing?
Yes.
There is?
Yes, Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal.
Oh wow.
Oh my God, bro.
Come on.
That
dude.
one's crazy.
I saw it on because I was watching on Amazon Prime, and it had like
They have like facts.
yeah. One of them was Patrick Swayze.
That's great.
Swayze
Fucking
too?
Fantastic. Why not?
I don't know if you could beat the two that you just said. Those
No,
are
I
good.
don't think so
Those
either.
are
There's a
good.
couple
I
other
agree.
ones. Robert De Niro and Al Pacino.
Really?
Got to add Street De Niro and Pacino.
Wouldn't that be a good face switcheroo?
I think they should make that movie right now.
Yeah.
As these guys old as hell.
You know what's funny too? So
do it.
originally, this movie was produced by Michael Douglas.
Is that still good? Camera's good?
It's 2 more minutes on here.
Okay. All right.
um,
Go ahead. Michael Douglas.
yeah, this movie was produced by Michael Douglas, and he was originally signed on to
This
play.
movie is Michael Douglas is the producer of this movie?
He was like one of the
One of the
producers or
producers.
something.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
all
know,
right.
but he helped
make it
produce
happen.
it. Yeah.
help make it happen.
But so he was originally signed on to play one of the two roles, and he ended up dropping out. And then they got Nick Cage, and that's why like John Woo got involved, because it was like Michael Douglas. It was a little more like, I hesitate to say like respectable, because Nick Cage is a lunatic. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Nick Cage has had a very colorful career.
so yeah, so he drops out. John Woo is now stuck with these two absolute lunatics,
Right.
which I think is very funny. He's just like, all right, fuck it, we're just gonna do it. Like, he's already signed on. He has to do it.
Michael Douglas.
It was gonna be Michael Douglas and Harrison Ford potentially. That was another one, which is like,
Yeah. I like my favorite is Seagal.
Seagal and Jean-Claude Van Damme is
Yeah.
psychotic.
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
We got to watch Street Fighter at some point.
Ooh, I'd be into that
Street Fighter is a great,
shitty movie.
insane movie, dude.
Yeah.
All right, so
So yeah, get me back on track. I'm lost.
Cage gets out of prison.
So now it's the escape scene, which
the
is
escape
Yeah,
scene.
give me the
wild.
escape scene because I don't have that in my repertoire.
So that's when we find out that it's actually. So he goes in. I'll backtrack.
please do.
Yes, he gets out by attacking a security guard or prison guard for a cigarette, and then
Oh,
they're
right.
gonna fry,
Yes, I remember
so
that.
they're gonna fry his brain. But the guy that he originally beat up, that he supposedly had sex with his wife, and
Frank's
his-
about. They call it a sex sandwich.
right, a sex sandwich with his wife and his sister.
Wife and sister sex sandwich, correct?
Sex sandwich, not a term. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll get a bag of chips and you know what? Throw in a sex sandwich, please.
That's a Castor
Just at
Troy.
the deli.
So the two of them just absolute mayhem.
They fuck up
just
everyone.
shooting everything.
Sparks are
guys
flying.
Sparks, guys are flying. Bodies just like. "Ah."
And
Yeah.
they could just lock these dudes down with magnetic moon boots.
No,
though.
they don't have the boots.
They don't
on.
have the boots.
Oh,
on.
because
he
they went to
learns-
the infirmary or whatever when you
He
get
learns
to that point.
the only
Yeah.
time they take the boots off,
Right.
is when you're getting your brain fried on the.
Right.
Oh, because,
Right.
yes.
That was the scene.
Complications.
Yep.
So anyway, so then he eventually, this is where he gets out. We realize, oh my God, it's this oil rig in the middle of the ocean. There's fucking helicopters shooting. It's just,
And he just jumps into the water,
then-
into like the roaring seas.
and he's supposed to be dead. This is when we think again he's dead for the second time.
Yes.
However, the Sean Archer,
Yes.
who's not Sean Archer, knows he's like, no, he is not dead. He's in L.A.
He's not
right now.
Right. He's like, he's already here or whatever. And also, the other person who knows that they're not that they're switched is Pollux Troy.
Yeah, he knows.
Pollux
'Cause,
Troy
yeah,
knows.
now Sean Archer has told him.
Yes, he broke him out of prison.
Castor Troy Sean Archer has
Yes.
told him. Yes. All right, so Cage shows up at Dietrich's house.
This scene whips.
Wild.
Ass.
The whole thing is crazy. He's there in like in the foyer.
He's in the foyer. The foyer.
And the Dietrich's on the phone. He goes, "This shit's so good it'll make your dick hard." Like
He's in Viagra?
yeah, I don't know, whatever he's selling, dude. You know, he's just such a bad. He's obviously such a cop. He's like, oh, still selling blah 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 to so and so.
Still dealing those drugs, aren't you?
Yeah, it's dealing
Okay,
those
friend?
stealing drugs.
Stealing
He says
drugs.
stealing drugs, dude. It's just like that's not what Castor Troy would say.
No, dude. He would be like, get me some whores.
Yeah.
Get me some drugs. Let's party.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm out, and let's come up with a plan.
Let's
right
come up with
now.
a plan. Yeah. But yeah, so he shows up there, and he very much a narc, and he takes drugs. They like make it. Excuse me. Take
Looks like Alka-Seltzer.
Yes.
That's what it looks like. They
Yeah.
put it in like a drink, and it's like that's not how people ingest drugs typically.
Yeah, but
Like,
you probably
pour it
have
in their own
indigestion from being in that prison.
Probably. You're probably not eating the best.
No,
Or swimming in the ocean for miles.
yeah, I'm sure your insides are a
Drinking
little
salt
messed
water,
up.
fucking
Yeah,
gallons of it.
yeah, you're probably a little messed up.
So yeah, so he does drugs, and now it's Sean Archer. You know what I mean? He's a cop, and he never does drugs, so he is totally bent. You know what I mean? He is out of it. And it leads to one of the best monologues, one of my favorite monologues, improvised monologues too.
You were telling me this is improvised.
Yes, this is all Nick Cage. There was a lot of improvisation in this movie too. So like this was an improv thing, the whole faced waterfall thing.
Yeah.
Insane.
Great job.
But yeah, so and you know, a hallmark of a good movie is when the name of the movie is said
Yes.
in the movie.
Yes.
And if you could pull up the 2-minute monologue? Honestly,
All right. Should I put the headphones on?
yeah. Can we can up and turn this up a little bit? You could just do like, yeah. I'd like to take his face off.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
It's working.
How is it that you know so much about Sean Archer? I
They start laughing.
sleep with his wife.
Ha 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 ha.
Look, Cage.
He's trying not to cry.
Just a master class.
Just can't handle it. This is great.
Once we kidnap Super Cop, then what?
Here we go. Procedure.
Training, surgery. I'd like to take his face off.
Off into like the ether.
So dramatic.
If you excuse me, I have to use the little boy's wee-wee room.
Creepy.
Cass, you want to take his face?
Yes. Yeah.
His face. Eyes, nose, skin, coming off.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Knees and toes.
The face.
That's amazing.
This is beautiful. That's beautiful shit. You could call it there.
That's like Shakespeare, right? When
It
Dietrich
is.
does it.
Oh yeah. It's very much like a theater
Theatrical.
situation.
Very theatrical.
Everyone is just so over the top in this movie at all times. I cannot stress that enough.
I'm gonna say Dietrich might be one of my favorite like supporting characters.
Yeah, he's good. He's good in this movie.
Yeah. So
So then after this, it's just absolute mayhem again. Shoot him up. There's a kid involved.
Yeah, so what happens is fucking Pollux Troy is like watching Castor Troy through the window and calls his brother, who is, you know, calls Travolta and is like, yo, he's here. He's trying to like bang your
Yep.
lady. Like, what's up?
He seems to be liking your body.
So then Archer, as he has the FBI behind him because he's like he's like a top guy in the FBI. They do like a raid on their house or whatever,
which is like
which is
the
crazy because like
craziest
you're
raid.
killing all your boys.
All dead.
Like if you're
right.
if you're Castor Troy as
Right, you know all those people.
They're getting
and you just called a
rocked.
raid, and it wasn't like, oh, let's go in there and cause the least damage. They come in guns blazing
I believe
through
they
the
come through
roof.
the ceiling.
They come through the ceiling, dude.
They do.
This is right after what's his name finds out that Gina Gershon, Sasha,
Oh, this
tells
is nuts. Yeah.
tells Sean Archer as Castor Troy
Yeah.
that this is his son, which obviously the kid looks exactly like Michael.
Hilarious.
Same haircut.
Hilarious scene is also when like he sees the son
Yep.
and he calls him Michael. And it's like
right.
that's
Crying.
not his fucking name. Like
He does face waterfalls him.
face
Yes.
waterfalls him. Grant, this is 6 years ago. Not saying you need to be over it, but is every child you see your dead son? Every kid is Michael?
Well, here's the thing. Even if that's the case, you gotta focus, bro.
You gotta
focus,
focus.
dude. You are wearing another man's face and potential body, or whatever.
Whatever.
And you're in this very dangerous situation.
Yeah.
Snap to it. He's in the mirror going, Archer, Castor, Archer, Castor, and he's like, it's just Nicolas Cage, dude, staring off into space.
Yeah, his girlfriend comes over and like is like, "Hey, what's up?" And
Yeah,
he's just staring at
You
her.
seem weird.
You seem off.
Something's not
You
right.
You've
with
done
you.
a little tiny bit of drugs. My guess is Castor Troy likes to party a good amount.
Big time
right.
party.
So you're not holding it down.
You're not.
You're
yeah.
a bad
Undercover.
undercover cop.
Horrible.
Very bad.
Unlike Russ Cole, who fucking
Very
One of the
good.
best. Russ Cole, one of the best
we don't have
ever.
to-
Shout
we
out
don't have to
True
get-
Detective.
Shout
Yeah.
out True Detective.
Goated.
Nice clothes. So he's like so out of it. He's like, nice clothes. Gina Gershon's like, yeah, they're yours. He's like, nice kid. He's yours.
He's yours too.
Go meet your
Like,
father.
oh,
Go meet your
man.
father.
You know
Yeah,
what?
so bad.
What's what I was thinking about too? Like, so she tries to get laid with Castor Troy,
Yeah.
right? He kind of like shuts it down,
Yeah.
and then like as soon as that doesn't work, she's like, "Oh, here's your kid." Like it's just very odd. Like, and he's essentially just
where
like
was the kid?
standing right outside
The
the
kid
door.
was there the whole time. That's wild. Yeah, I didn't even
are you
pick up on
doing?
that. The kid's right, there.
In this drug lair.
He has the
Lair
worst life
of
of all
drugs.
time.
Yeah, it's wild.
They have like a convent of like criminals and terrorists, and then just like a 6-year-old kid with a bowl cut.
Yep.
Dude, so they come in shooting.
Oh, shooting.
And then he's coming through the roof. Dietrich's like, I hate cops. And he's shooting with a huge gun.
Yeah, but like shotgun, or
Like a
something.
shotgun blast. Everything's blowing up. Papers are flying everywhere.
Artwork being just shot to pieces.
Dietrich goes, damn, my place is getting fucked up. Like, yeah, dude.
Sure is, dude.
Yeah, imagine saying that in that situation.
happening.
Like stopping.
You're like,
not just like
"Fuck."
total terror,
Yeah.
but like being like, huh, man, this we're gonna need to hire a
It's
maid.
gonna set me back.
Yeah, I need a whole cleaning service
No,
at
this
this
is-
point.
this
He
is
had
a
a
real
little
nuisance.
He had a little smile and a twinkle in his eye when he,
He
said
did.
it too.
I really like Dietrich's. I like that character.
No, he was great.
I'm a
I
big
forgot about him until I watched it again.
Too. Nick Cassavetes shouts out.
True.
Um,
And they just threw noise canceling headphones on this kid.
and the song that he was listening to was "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," I think.
Yes.
okay,
Yep.
all right, that's cool. Whatever.
And that's playing as that scene is happening.
Yes.
We're
Yeah, yes.
That's what we're listening to as everything's
we are in the ears of Adam.
Yeah. Yes, we're in the ears of Adam while this is happening. Here's a question that
ahead.
I have: why does Castor Troy it's Sean Archer?
Yeah.
Why does he shoot Dietrich? He shoots him.
Oh yeah, because he's just like
Yeah, he doesn't care.
he's like whatever.
He doesn't care about anybody.
I get, that's what it seems like, which is like why he sends the FBI to his place. You know what I mean? His own fucking place.
Yeah.
Because he can't like really. He really shouldn't hurt Travolta. Like
Right. His face.
it's his face, so he can't shoot
Right.
Cage
Right.
in this scene because that's his face. He wants to preserve that.
Yeah.
So he just shoots Dietrich, and then
Okay. Yes.
what is going on?
Okay.
I was
he
like,
shoots
I
him-
paused
he
this.
Shoots him in the neck.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
He shoots Dietrich in the neck. He plugs the hole, and he sees his sister, who's Gina Gershon.
Yeah.
This
And
is the scene.
they have a really sexually charged kiss.
Yes.
Are we right?
I don't
What the
have
fuck was that?
I don't have a sister, and I know you guys also do not have a sister.
No.
I think we can all agree if we were to kiss our sister, that would be the last type of kiss we would give our sister.
It was insane.
There was tongue.
There was what? I was confused.
It was 15 seconds too long.
I had to pause the movie and go and look up the plot and go, what's the connection here?
Yeah.
Are they in like a thruple?
Right.
Like no, they're brother and sister. And
That
like
kiss made
confirmed.
0 sense.
0 cents.
was like,
Absolutely insane.
What kind of Pornhub category was John Woo trying to fit this into?
Whose choice was that? Was that in the script, or was Cassavetes was just like, I'm gonna lay a thick one on
You
my
know
sister
what?
right here.
Cage has been doing a lot of improv. This is my turn.
I'm gonna
damn
get
it.
my feet wet.
This is my time.
Can we pull up the kiss? God damn it! I wonder how to like pull up the kiss.
Oh, that's tough.
Sorry. Give me
No,
one
I don't know.
second.
I don't know.
Gina Gershon, Nick Cassavetes. Kiss? No, I just don't think I'll be able to find it. It's fine. I'm sorry.
It's a
But
tough-
It's just an.
I'll put a picture of it up on the screen.
Yeah.
I'll put a picture of it up on the screen.
There you go.
Yeah, because it's or like a small video of it or something because it's wild.
It is wild.
So then it's Travolta and Cage, and this is where they're going head to head.
Yes.
There's a mirror, so it's very meta.
Yes.
They're standing on either side of a mirror,
They're
which
seeing each other, but it's not them.
so they want to shoot the person that they are, but they're not because they're not really themselves at the moment.
And they're like essentially like this is the mirror. Cage is here. Travolta's on the other side of that
Right.
mirror, like right there.
Yep.
But you said earlier, you're like, they only actually connect when it's point blank range. And guess what?
They don't connect.
This is pretty point blank, dude. I mean, yes, there's a mirror there, but they're literally like inches away from each
They're like,
other.
they're as far apart as
4
we
inches.
are right now.
Maybe
4 inches.
they're closer than we are
Potentially
right
closer.
now, I would say.
Yeah, and it's like of course, there's like a hall of mirrors. You know what I mean? In this drug lair, like
Yeah, there wasn't even a real wall. It was just like a fake.
yeah.
It was in
Yeah.
the middle of the
It
room.
was just like
So stupid.
It was like a circle, like in the middle of the
Yeah.
room, and then like
a double-sided mirror. Like, what are you
multiple
even using for
double-sided
that?
mirrors.
Yeah. Oh, well, come to my drug lair amusement park funhouse.
It's like a fucking absolute hellhole.
You
Like
busy after work? Come hang
imagine
out.
being all yacked up on whatever they're on, and just like you stumble into that room. Could be cool.
All right.
could be nice.
Dietrich, I mean, I know you and your sister are into some weird stuff, but yeah, I'll come hang
I'll
out.
get involved. Maybe
Yeah,
I can
I'll
get
hang
involved.
out.
If you're willing to fucking tongue kiss your brother,
Right.
what the fuck's she gonna do to me?
Yeah, that's true. With his bald ass head, she's rubbing his head. What's going on
So
over
Dietrich,
there?
Dietrich
Anyways,
is dead.
Dietrich is
Half
big
of the
dead.
half of the FBI dead. Pollux dies. He falls through the roof.
yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Because like he's chasing him, and then
Yep.
like he drops him through the glass or whatever.
So he
this
died.
sets what's his name off.
Off. He's ready.
Castor Troy.
Castor
Yeah, because
Troy.
he's like, dude, and they're like, why are you so upset about this Pollux Troy being dead?
Right, you should be
Weirdo.
like
yeah,
pumped
shouldn't
a
you be
little bit.
happy?
He kills the guy.
He kills. He's like
His
what?
boss.
He's like what? It's just no,
No,
not
no.
the boss. He kills the guy who walks
Yeah,
in.
why are you
Oh.
so upset?
It's just It's just Pollux Troy. He's
Oh, he
just like,
kills that.
Right in the head.
One shot. Boom.
Right in the
Hey, it's
head.
Castor Troy, bro. He's being Castor Troy. I
Right,
love it.
exactly.
So then Sean Archer goes home and reveals to his wife who he really is.
Oh yeah, how does he do that?
He just sneaks into the house. He grabs her. Just,
Oh yeah, he face waterfalls her.
He tells the story about the rye seed on their like first date, and the dentist was drunk.
Dude, he doesn't
Yeah.
face waterfall her yet. He tells her about the blood test.
Yeah.
All the stuff you're talking about happens at the,
the
lab,
hospital,
at
at
the
the
lab that she brings the blood to. Because I was like, yo, do the face waterfall. That's the only reason I'm saying this is because when he was first in the room, and there's FBI downstairs, too.
Downstairs.
Yeah, he like grabs her mouth. He
I'm
doesn't
like,
like
do the fucking face
or,
waterfall,
or
bro.
like just like tell that fucking story. Dude, say
Yeah.
something that only
you would know.
you would know.
Yeah.
Right.
He saves it till when he's at
whenever.
the...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, no, I want to...
It's very
Because I was
far-fetched.
pissed. I was like, what are you doing, dude?
Right.
What are you doing? Do it now.
Do it.
It's a movie.
It's a movie.
Believe it or not, folks,
We have hindsight.
this is a movie.
It is not a perfect movie.
And they wanted it. Well, it is a perfect movie. They wanted it to go
I think so.
2 hours and 18 minutes. So they were like, you know what? We need a little bit more time
We
here.
need some filler. We need some fluff.
So yeah, so now Castor Troy is fully unhinged.
Yes.
He's back at like work or whatever, right?
Yeah, he's back at work. He kills his boss.
Who is also conveniently having a heart attack?
Right.
He's having a heart attack, so he's like, yo, I'm gonna use this to my
I'm just
advantage.
gonna,
Yeah.
that was very convenient
I'm
for
gonna
her.
yeah, I thought so.
I was like, that's fucking hilarious. I was
Yep.
confused. I was like, did he poison him or something? No, I think it's just coincidental.
Well, they needed it. John Woo needed a funeral scene.
Oh, this. The
you know what I
funeral
mean?
scene is
He needed a reason to have doves or pigeons, whatever those.
So there were
birds-
seagulls and doves.
There were seagulls and
At
doves.
first, I wrote down, I'm like, oh, it's just seagulls. In my
Seagulls
head, it
make-
was doves.
The seagulls made sense. They're
And
in
then
the
there's
sea.
doves everywhere in this church.
Yeah, I wrote down
By the
birds-
beach.
Birds in church?
What
question
the
mark.
fuck is this church?
Yeah.
It's the best church
It's
ever.
a beach church?
Dude.
Have you ever fucking seen a beach church?
No, dude, I'd still be going to church if we were going to a beach
It was
church.
the most preposterous thing. But at this point, we should say, Joan Allen now knows.
Yes.
Knows.
She's done the blood test,
Yes.
which is what was recommended.
She does the
Yep.
blood test. She jabs him at night.
Yep.
And also another thing too. It's like he's now, Sean I'm trying to say, Castor Troy as John Travolta is now walking around with
Yes.
two gangsters all
Gangsters.
Yeah.
the time. You're an FBI agent.
This is absurd.
Wouldn't that set
Yeah.
some
This ain't
alarms off?
right.
And it's like, nope, no problem. They just
Nope.
fucking no one has any suspicions whatsoever. But yeah, they go to the hospital and like try to catch Joan Allen seeing Sean Archer, and then of course he gets away or whatever, blah blah blah.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just like insane. He's just walking around with two goons all the time.
Yep.
The beach church though.
The beach.
So the
just shoot him up. Just let's have one more go around
Here's the deal though. There's doves in the church.
in the church.
In the church.
All over. Well, it's like an open concept.
Yes.
The church is an open
It's
concept.
an open floor plan.
Yeah. Well, it has the windows. There's no windows.
No, there's like drapes. You walk through like drapes to get into this fucking.
John Woo needed those drapes to be flowing.
They were-
needed
and they
doves
were.
to be flowing.
But they're like, get these doves out of my church. If that's my church.
Yeah.
This is not a zoo.
This is not a bird sanctuary.
What the fuck? This is
Yeah.
a holy place.
Who approved this? Because I'm here for my boss's funeral, and you know what? I don't want to be stepping through dove poops.
A boss.
Shit.
And this is dove poops.
Dove poops.
And this is
And this is what it sounded like.
When a dove poops.
doves are in the church, dude.
Yeah.
But this guy, another thing too, that I was like, what? This funeral, there's like 15 people there.
Right.
He's the head of the FBI.
Right.
Yeah, this is a very intimate event, dude.
Fuck?
Yeah.
There would be hundreds.
I know people
Hundreds
who
of
were like
people.
just complete schlubs, dude, and there was like 700 people waiting to get in.
More than that. More than
Yeah.
that funeral.
And
For
this was
sure.
this is one of the points in the movie where I was really like, wait, where are we in terms of time?
Where
Yeah.
are we?
So he dies, and we think it's the next day is the funeral. That doesn't happen. You have
No.
like days before.
You gotta
the-
prep the body.
you gotta have a wake.
Right, exactly. Like I don't know. That was for me, and I was like, wait, yeah, because you mentioned it earlier. Like, how long does this movie? The timeline? Is it a month? Is
But
it
here's
a
the
week?
thing.
Is it? It doesn't matter.
None of it matters.
You're right. It doesn't
Because
matter.
it's all fucking thrill ride.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
just, none
I'm
of it-
thrilled at this point.
Right.
I must say.
Because I was like, all right, I thought this was gonna be the last scene, and no, it is
No,
not.
no.
There is one more
There
thrill
was- I
ride.
paused it to see at this moment. I was like, there's still 30
Yeah,
minutes.
20 something
All right,
minutes
but
left.
we're gonna zoom through some of this.
Go
Right.
ahead, let's zoom.
Let's zoom. Chaos ensues
Yes.
at this funeral. It's a full-on shoot 'em out. Sparks are everywhere.
Everywhere.
Slow motion. Great cinematography
No one's getting
by
shot.
John Woo.
No
No
one.
one's getting shot except
No,
for
people
Gina
die.
Gershon.
Yeah,
Sasha dies.
Sasha, the standoff scene.
You're right.
Ugh.
They're all got a gun
Yeah,
pointed to
beautiful.
them.
Everyone's got a gun pointed at
Everyone's got a
everyone's
gun.
head, dude.
Classic.
Joan Allen's in the middle, like, what the hell? But
She's got no gun, by
No
the
gun.
way.
No gun.
Joan Allen, you need a gun.
You need, bitch,
Next-
you need a gun.
Yeah,
Pick up a
next
gun.
time, let's do a little better with getting Joan Allen a piece.
Yeah.
She needs one.
Gina Gershon shows up and throws the gun to another gun to
Yep.
who she thinks is
Castor
Troy,
Troy.
but is
Right.
actually Sean Archer. And he just goes like it's just so like
Yeah.
I don't know,
Great
man.
stand-up. Boom, boom.
fucking
They're
love it.
going from every angle. So that happens. Gina Gershon's character dies. And then finally the jig is up, right? They get outside. The jig is up.
What is it though?
Well, Travolta's got the daughter.
The daughter. I was
has
gonna
the
say.
daughter.
Tricks the daughter. He tricks
Yep,
the daughter.
there's some trickery.
And
That
then
poor
he
girl.
and then he grabs her and he licks her face.
He does a big face lick.
Yeah.
huge face lick from chin to temple.
Like to her, that's her dad.
Yucky.
Yeah.
Like
Yucky.
she thinks that's her dad, and now she is getting face licked.
Yeah.
crazy.
Insane.
But she uses the knife
Yep.
The
and
butterfly.
uses the technique. Boom, hits him in the leg, gets
Turns
away.
it. Turns the knife.
Turns the
Turns
knife.
the knife as was discussed.
Recommended.
instructed.
It was a recommendation.
Yep.
Yeah, no question. So now they're in this crazy boat scene. Let's just get cut to the chase. There's explosions.
Literally, yes.
Yeah, the chase happens. Everything's exploding. Docks are just exploding as they go.
Boats are flying in the air.
Everything's
Yeah.
out of sorts.
Oh yeah, it's chaos.
They're fighting on the boat. No one's driving it.
No,
They
yeah.
have to recapture the
They
driving.
don't need to drive it, baby.
Yeah,
We're
they're
good.
going
Yeah.
75 miles an hour. It doesn't
off.
matter.
It's gonna work.
They took someone's face off.
Right. You think
They're
they can't do a self-driving boat? Of
That
course
boat's
they
fine,
can.
dude.
When the
course they
boat
can.
crashed, and I wrote this down, when it flew up, like hit the
It goes,
beach
like,
or whatever.
through another boat.
Right, but no, when the end crash, and they're in the air, and they montage it like 4 times. I couldn't stop laughing. I was on the chair laughing at that scene. I was like, this is so. And you could tell the actors, the what do they call them, the stunt doubles, like they didn't look anything like.
I love
No,
that.
no, that's the best.
Absolutely not.
Oh, I was
Nothing
laughing.
like Cage or Volta.
No.
So we got it. Now we got a harpoon gun.
Yes.
This fucking spear gun.
We
Where
got
did
a spear gun. It was in one of the boats, dude. Obviously.
Harpoon, spear, tomato.
Yeah,
That's what I'm-
it's fine.
Who cares?
No,
I'm
no,
just saying,
but
like,
it's
of
there.
Of course, there's a spear gun. Duh.
Best part, dude. Not the best part,
One of the best.
but Archer, the real Archer, as Troy,
Yep.
shoots him.
Yep.
Once he finally gets the thing into him, he goes, "Die!" That's the only line he says, and then Castor Troy starts singing
Yep.
himself to death,
Yep.
similar to our friend the other day who jerked himself off to sleep.
Yes.
He did.
It's a soothing, you know what I mean? It's soothing.
It's something you got to do something when you're, you know what I mean, either falling asleep or dying.
Yeah.
And I could be totally wrong here. I don't think John Travolta has ever played a scene where he's died before.
Ooh.
I don't know, but in this scene, his face was fucking bananas.
Yes.
He was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like theater. It's like in like well, it's John Woo, right?
Yep,
And this is
right.
how his movies are. You know what I mean? And you don't see this type of facial expression, like insane, like
Yeah,
you know
like,
what I mean?
yeah.
Maybe you would see that in like a movie he's made overseas. You know
Right,
what I
right,
mean?
right.
You just don't see it typically, and it's
was just
so
wild. Wild.
Two crazy people trying to out crazy.
Yep.
The other.
That's a good way to put it.
They must be talking off to the side like, I'm going to get a little crazier
Can you
than
fucking
dude.
believe that we're making this movie?
This is a wild
We're
movie.
getting paid how much for
This
this?
is nuts,
Okay.
dude.
All right.
So let's wrap it up. And then we have a special guest coming on to chat
we
with us
do.
a little bit. So we want to get to that. But they have the top surgical team. So when all's said and done, they got the top surgical team from DC in,
Yep.
which have they ever done anything
Do
like
they know
this?
about this technology?
Yeah, whatever. So cut to he's slow motion, obviously, walking into his house. He's walking past the door.
Yeah.
His wife is looking at him. You know, Joan Allen is looking at him through the window. Now the daughter's not goth anymore all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah. She's back to being a preppy.
He's all healed up. He doesn't need his bullet wound. Don't put it back on because he's healed emotionally.
Very
You know,
symbolic.
it's very symbolic.
metaphoric. Yep.
It's such a dramatic reunion. The music, the lights, the camera, and the daughter goes, "Dad, I'm sorry I shot you." Like she's healed completely. She's better, and then here's Castor Troy's bastard son.
Where do they get him from?
He just gets him and goes, "Michael's gonna live with us now." If that's not setting
Michael or
Adam.
Adam,
Adam.
excuse me, I'm
You're
sorry.
doing- you're
Oh
doing
my
it.
God, I'm doing it. It's traumatic.
But he is a
course I'm
fill-in.
doing
He's
it.
a fill-in for Michael.
Yeah,
Oh, of course,
right.
yeah,
He's bringing him in as a new Michael.
They just like picked him up. We was just on the corner somewhere.
That's your arch nemesis's son, dude, who has the same blood as your arch nemesis. When he finds out you killed his dad
Yeah.
later on in his teens, you think this girl was an issue?
There's gonna
Whoa.
be problems.
This kid's gonna be a real issue.
Yeah.
You just wrote the storyline for
That's-
Face Off, too.
I know.
Too. No,
Wow.
dude,
I have reached out to Michael Douglas
John Woo.
and I said, Michael Douglas, if you like sex, this movie's gonna sell, dude. So he adopts Castor Troy's kid. That's pretty bonkers.
Insane.
Bonkers. Absolutely.
And that's how the movie ends, dude. And
And
so
everyone lives happily ever after. No one's got issues.
yeah, everyone has healed to
Joan
that
Allen
point.
got fucked. She straight up got piped down.
Right.
By a man that was not him.
She's
that
been
looked like-
raped.
She's been raped.
Yeah, man.
been raped.
Yeah, that's a sexual assault.
It is.
You,
That's a sexual
that family
assault.
They need to move somewhere.
No,
they
they're-
need to They need to change of scenery.
They all in therapy.
Mm.
Well, they could go into witness protection, and they know people that can really make it hard to find you because they have the face-off technology.
Yeah, they can change their faces.
do.
I'd like to get Sam on the phone if
Let's
we
get
could.
this rocking.
Okay.
So Sam was here when we spun the wheel, and you actually added RoboCop to the wheel. But when you were here, we spun, we got Face Off, and we said that we would connect with you because you were here when we got Face Off to talk a little Face Off. And we got about 10, 15 minutes, so we just wanted to
Get some of your thoughts.
get some of your thoughts and highlights on this feature film.
Because we loved it.
We enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm so glad that that we spun, that you guys spun on that, and that I never saw that, which is I know like that it's like legendary, and I know all the hype around it, and I remember when it came out, and it's pure ridiculousness. It's insane.
Front to back, insane.
It makes no sense from the very beginning. It's
Makes
very
no
like
sense.
it's very like quintessential action movie, which I love. And
Lot of bullets being fired and not a lot of bodies being hit.
Yes.
yeah, and John Woo.
Yes.
But yeah, Cage and what's his name?
Travolta.
Travolta. They're insane, and they're both of them are just doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think John Woo is just like just go for it.
It's insane. They're both trying to do an impression of the other person, and they're both lunatics, so they're giving like their version of them.
Yeah.
And it just
it's brilliant. And then you realize that they're both kind of like they start to enjoy being each other.
Yes.
I felt, yeah.
Well, he's sleeping with his wife. That's got to be
that's
somewhat enjoyable.
I guess.
Well, he kind of starts to just realize like there's other things in life besides like molesting teenage girls.
Almost molesting them.
At a choir.
Oh, he did molest that one.
Yeah, she
person
was
at the
definitely
church.
not of age, bro.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way she was of age.
Yeah, almost molesting your daughter.
His own daughter, his fake
Yeah,
daughter.
I mean that whole thing, that was insane.
It's a crazy concept. The scene
But
to
that was
shoot.
all just that wasn't in the script at all.
Oh, really?
No, really.
No, I'm just guessing that was totally just Cage. I mean Travolta.
Travolta just going off the rails.
So I know we don't have that much time, but here's the one thing that was so crazy is and maybe you already talked about this, but the way Travolta would like put his hand over every single character's face.
Oh no, we didn't talk about that. Talk a little more about that.
Tell us about the waterfall.
If you don't think we talked about face waterfalls, you got another.
Yeah.
But I'd love to continue.
It's an insane way to greet people.
I think that's like that was totally like some Scientology symbolism that he like threw in, and then it became like a thing. He did it to every character.
I love that. That's like their family's thing. It's like that's so unhygienic.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, you're just putting germs all over your loved ones' faces.
it's disgusting. He's at the carnival doing it to his son in like the first scene. Like the carnival is probably a filthy place.
Yeah, the carnival. Castor Troy's brother.
Yeah, Pollux.
Yeah, Pollux. Insane. He's like a hacker, like raver nerd.
Yes, he's
Like,
very.
really creepy.
Very creepy.
Oh
The-
yeah.
When Castor makes what does he do? He makes the stewardess who's the undercover FBI like suck on his tongue or something.
Yeah.
Yes. Filleted her tongue.
And then did you
His
see
tongue?
the sound that Pollux makes?
No, what does he do?
What does he do?
He like busted in his pants like on the plane
He was into it,
when
dude.
that happened.
Yeah, because he's also not getting laid at all during the movie, so he's just like getting off on his brother getting off.
He's wound very tightly.
We don't do that.
And, Sean. Yeah, Sean, whose name is also Archer, or they call his nickname's Archer, right?
That's his last name. Sean Archer is the cop.
Oh,
yeah.
Sean Archer. He has he's like a maniac too, because he has no regard for his fellow officers. Like he doesn't care about their safety. He doesn't care
At all.
about anything.
Yeah, I know.
No, he's on a revenge mission.
Yeah.
That's all it is. He's living by that samurai code.
And when he, I like when he ruins the surprise party and bums everyone out.
What part is that?
They like throw a surprise party for him, and he's like doesn't even crack a smile.
Oh
you know,
yes,
like,
at the office.
Oh, right.
That's early on, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a curmudgeon, dude. He's like, yeah, he's a bummer.
It's like after he defuses the bomb, maybe.
Yeah, they had like the bottle of wine, right? Is that the bottle of wine scene?
Yeah. We didn't even talk about the bomb defusing scene.
No, we didn't.
Talk about it.
There was another thing where, what was the? Damn, I can't remember, but somebody's telling a story, and they're like, "We were driving around looking for an all-night dentist."
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
Yes.
That's when he
What
cracked.
the hell is that?
Yeah. What? There's no such thing as an all-night dentist.
Like looking in the yellow pages, sure, but driving around?
All
Right.
night, like it's an animal hospital or something. You know what I mean? Like
24-hour dentist.
And then the dentist was drunk and fixed the wrong tooth.
he was so drunk.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was improvised.
yeah,
'cause
yeah,
that
that's
story
what it
made
was.
no
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, that was great.
Also, how do you fix the wrong tooth? One of them has a chip in it, the other doesn't.
Exactly.
Yeah, what would
fuck
you
are you
even
talking
do?
about?
What would you even be doing? But think about it, it's like, oh, gun
Also-
store, liquor store, all-night dentist.
One on every street corner.
Not around these parts.
Also, that doctor, that the special ops doctor,
The
and then
face
the
doctor.
woman, I don't think they had anything to do with the FBI or the police at all.
No, they didn't. I think they were like outside. They were like an outside, like a weird
Sci-
They're
science-
the
surgery
real,
team.
Like, sick, twisted people of the whole thing.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
like, what are you doing? Who's funding you guys?
And why do you need this surgery? Why do you need what is the need
What are you
for
doing
this?
with this technology other than this thing that we're talking
like
about?
the CIA would have this and like no one else.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
suspicious.
Russia.
Yeah,
Maybe Russia.
That's true.
I think that John Woo just let them just let everyone just run with it. It didn't
Yes.
like he had like the sketches, like the those comic sketches, like for the action,
Like a
sequences.
storyboard.
Yes.
storyboard. Yeah,
Yeah,
he had
yep.
all of that, and then everything else was like just let him go.
Well, he was like, dude, listen, I want slow motion. I want doves.
Yes.
You
check.
know what
So
I
much
mean?
slow motion.
I want gunshots. And like everything else, kind of, you guys figure that out.
I want intense facial
Close-ups and touch.
What?
intense facial work. Just a lot of facial work.
Yeah, well, they got to zoom on the faces.
But everyone's like, all the time it's like, yeah,
Cage's face is crazy, dude.
Everyone's just like growling and just everyone's going at 10 at full volume, you know, the entire time.
Except like towards the end, I forget who it was, says to Sean Archer, promise you don't let him grow up like us.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
his
yeah.
wife,
Thomas.
Gina Gershon.
And then
yeah,
and then Sean Archer just goes, yeah.
he goes, yeah. Yeah, because that's not him at all. You know what I mean?
Right.
She thinks she's talking to like his lover, her lover, and it's just a completely different person.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's
He's
really
so-
Sean Archer as Castor Troy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
man.
just like, yeah, whatever, lady. I don't
It's
fucking
like-
know you.
Oh, this is your dying wish? I mean, you got the wrong guy.
It's not me, sister.
You
Yeah.
got the wrong guy.
He literally like he just grunts like, yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Whatever.
Yeah, of course. Well, she's just laying on top of him, too,
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah.
Like, he's
Dying.
probably like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
really know you.
Castor Troy was so much more passionate, romantic,
Oh yeah.
everything, man. The candles were,
Oh, the candles. That's right. That's when they had sex, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were so many candles in that room.
Oh yeah.
John Woo loves
So
candles.
many.
So many candles.
But Travolta, the Sean Archer is like a lame duck when it comes to like sex. You know, they hadn't had sex in months, so of course Castor
I
Troy
know.
is gonna.
Oh, dude, he probably
some
blew her,
work in.
blew her back out, dude.
Yeah, no, she couldn't walk. No, Joan Allen couldn't walk after that movie. That's actually something that's known about it.
That's big facts.
Yeah.
The only thing that Archer does is the weird, creepy face touch thing, and that's it.
That's
That's
it.
his
There's
big
no other
thing.
moves.
That's his level of intimacy.
Yeah, that's all he can really
Um,
get to.
Oh, and this is crazy. It just I don't know if everyone caught this, but the boyfriend of the daughter that tries to rape her
Ding,
Yes.
ding, ding,
Oh,
ding.
yeah.
Andy Masterson.
Yeah, we
is
got that.
Danny Masterman.
Yep.
Yeah. Art imitating
More
life,
ad-libbing.
dude.
Like just being himself, like
Yeah.
ad-libbing, like
Literally, it's like,
that's insane.
how am I gonna get into the mind of an unhinged rapist? It's like, don't worry about it.
I'm already there.
I got this.
I'm there.
And he's only got like what 2 lines in the whole movie.
It's like, come here and give it to me.
Yeah,
That's
very
about it.
aggressive.
Yep.
Very aggressive.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was insane. He also Scientologist.
Yes, he is. You're
Yep.
right.
Yep. They just pulled as many Scientologists as they could.
Yeah.
All the background people were in Scientology.
Yeah, it was funded by the Church of Scientology, actually. And John Woo was in there.
There's one more thing that I wrote down is that in the last like scene, a bullet is fired at Castor and Sasha. You know that his girlfriend, that woman who
Yeah.
his
Gina
brother.
Gershon. Gina Gershon.
Yeah. She's amazing.
Oh yeah.
But
We
A
like
lot
her.
of talent.
A lot of
the bullet that comes through the window, it looks like it's being like lobbed at them. Like it looks like
I didn't
someone, like,
notice this.
chucked it. Like, you gotta watch that scene again. Like the bullet. I think it was before like the technology or they just didn't care at that point.
Hey, I gotta tell you, they didn't care.
Yeah, there was a lot of points.
No, they didn't care. But it doesn't even look like a bullet. It looks like a scone being thrown through a window or something.
It was a bullet
It's
double.
so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
there
it
was
makes
definitely a
no
couple
sense.
things in the movie that it was like they just don't care. The body doubles we talked about, we could definitely tell they were not like they did not look like Nick Cage or John Travolta. There's a couple scenes too I told these guys before, like it's like he's getting fired at and he's up the stairs and he's like already at the top of the stairs, and the next scene he's still getting fired at but he's halfway down the stairs. It's like you got them in backwards order, like just stupid shit like that.
Yo, man, the whole thing.
None
is,
of
like,
it matters
amazing.
though. None of it matters because it fucking rules.
Yeah, 9.5 out of 10 would recommend.
So Sam, hold on. You haven't seen this before.
I haven't either. So yeah, so Sam and I
Nah,
watched
never
this.
watched it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, we both watched it for the
Yeah,
first
because
time.
I love that. I watched like so. I don't. Yeah, just that one slipped like through my my list because like I felt like I saw it because I love those type of movies.
Yeah.
But that one I never saw. But I'm glad that that you guys that I watched it for this.
I'm a
And,
better
like,
man for watching it. Definitely.
I enjoy the talking about it. That's I think more than anything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. It's
Like, the
worth it to
first
watch it just to
initial, like,
talk.
Shock of just seeing it is like amazing, and then to talk about it with other like-minded people is
It's a real
that's, like-
it's a real treat.
yeah.
It is.
Yeah, dude. It's a
Yeah,
home.
just there, and then the guy who's like in the prison who's like Russian, who like Castor Troy had a sex sandwich. with
Yes.
his
Oh,
wife
we
and daughter.
brought up the sex sandwich.
yeah.
Oh yeah. What a term.
Dude, it's so
That's
good.
the stuff that Pollock's like. He's really into that, man. He gets really. he
He's like a
loves, his
voyeur.
brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, his brother's exploits.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. He's a voyeur.
Vicariously through him.
He's a voyeur. He's a big time voyeur.
But that guy, that Russian guy, like he was like a caveman.
Yeah.
He was like,
That's
we go now, like.
Frank Sabatka from The Wire.
Is that who
Oh
that
yeah,
is?
exactly. Yeah,
Yep,
that was
yep.
him. Yeah,
That's Frank
I'm right.
Sabatka. Yeah. And then
That's
also Aaron
awesome.
Eckert is in the prison as well.
Yes.
It's just kind of
Yep.
I love the prison.
Oh,
scene.
shit.
Snuck in there.
No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
The prison. That's a great idea. That's such a dope idea. Like a sci-fi idea, like a magnetic prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prison.
Well,
That's such a sick
we'll get it in production.
sci-fi.
Yeah, we will. We'll
Yeah, I
make
love that.
Well-
I never seen that in any comic or movie or anything.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
I believe that was one of a kind.
One of one.
Yeah, so good.
Well, we're working on Face Off 2. We decided we're gonna get in touch with John Woo. So Sam, if you'd like to be a part of that, we'll key you in on that as well. And I know Spence
Thanks,
got a
guys.
role, and it was good, dude. Honestly, great to have you join us for this. Here's the deal: if we
pleasure.
hit RoboCop on that wheel, you're gonna have to join us for
Yeah.
some RoboCop.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Who
and
won the draft pick?
I think Zach won the.
I think I won the producer draft, but it was close.
Nice.
It was tight. It was
Congrats.
close. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, later, guys.
Yeah, we'll stay in touch, man. Yeah, thanks a lot, Sam.
Later,
Sam,
Sam.
appreciate it.
All right.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
All right, let's spin the wheel. We got to
That
spin the
wheel.
wheel.
Spin that wheel.
Just spin it, and I can.
Yeah, we'll let the people know.
Yep. Yep, that's fine. Spin the wheel.
Damn, I loved talking about this movie with you.
Yeah, this was a great one.
Did you guys like
yeah,
this?
this was excellent.
like I said, I didn't hate the movie. It's not my favorite.
Well, speak in the microphone, please.
We're still talking. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
But yeah, no, it was definitely it was fun to watch and talk about because it's just an over the top, insane concept from start to finish, with so many Easter eggs built in.
I didn't realize that Sam had never seen it, so that made me happy.
That's fucking awesome.
That's great. That he
I
watched
thought I saw it, but like I said, I think it was Con Air.
Yeah, it was a different one. So spin
All right,
the
here
wheel.
we go. We're gonna spin the wheel.
Rip it.
We got Contract to Kill, Zoolander, Clue, The Rock, RoboCop, and Clash of the Titans are on the wheel, and it's spinning.
Still spinning.
Spinning.
Spinning like
It's a
my-
long.
That is a long spin.
This is a longer spin than I'm used to.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know how I'm
going
going
to
to
shorter spin.
recreate this.
The Rock. No.
Oh, wait.
It's gonna tell us.
Clue! Oh, Clue.
1985 called. They want their clues back.
Clue is a great movie.
Clue's one of my
1985
favorite
Clue.
movies of all
I
time.
100% have not seen this one.
Oh,
It's dude, you're in for a
Can't
treat.
wait.
You're gonna like
It's
it.
a good
wait.
movie.
It's not like Face Off.
Thanks for watching Face Off with us. Tune in the future for Clue with us.
Please.
Like and subscribe, and all the information is in the description of this video. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Peace.
All right.